everybody, it's the coach. This is Madden 20 on EA Sports. On deck, we've got what should be a great matchup between the Kansas City Chiefs and the Chicago Bears. With that, let's get out to venerable Soldier Field in Chicago. Standing by with the call, here are Brandon Godden and Charles Davis.
Well, they say an early season snowstorm may be on deck in less than 48 hours, but today is picture-perfect fall football weather. Crisp and cool at Soldier Field in the Windy City. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready. Play action. Now Trubisky. And he's going to find his man out of the backfield. That's complete. No gain, and it's second down.
They've got good playmakers on the offensive side of the ball. I don't know what happened last week to really hurt their performance and hold down their production, but I would dare say that this week in practice, there's a lot of talk about how they're going to increase their proficiency.
And that was a good start, getting the playmakers involved. You mentioned that to me pregame. That's what they did there.
Yeah, I think a lot of people think the coaching staff really gets on them, and that's how they motivate them. Most of these guys are self-motivated. They have a lot of pride in their performance.
It's a pickup of 17 and a first down. On first down, Trubisky. And this is Gabriel on the catch. And he'll be brought down right at the 45-yard line. That throw good for 4. It's second down. That time they hit him out of the slot on the drag.
And that route takes some fortitude from the guy running it, because he knows he's going through the briar patch, as I like to call it, right? He's trying to work his way through all that traffic and people wanting to put a little contact on him. Really well done.
It'll go as a loss of a yard, and it'll set up third down.
I like the idea to mix it up from time to time, because let's face it, you can't be predictable. But the execution was a little lacking on this one, right? They might want to go back to the drawing board with that call.
On third down, Trubisky. Hit from behind, and he's going to be driven down. Chris Jones in there yet again. What else is new? He continues to rewrite the record book in single-season sacks. And the sack parade continues. Remember last week, they had an astounding 8 sacks, another one there on the opening drive.
And they have the mentality of just attacking the quarterback in the pocket, no matter what. They're one of those teams that says, we play the run on our way back to the quarterback. And that philosophy works for them very well.
Here comes the Bears punter now. As the first drive of the game stalls out, he's on to punt. This is taken around the 12. And he's got this almost to the 40 before going out. A terrific return there. 27 yards all told. And it's Chiefs football. First and 10. This is Homer. And they'll blow that one up back at the 16-yard line. It's a loss of 4 on the first down play. Moving backwards on first down, never a good thing. What does that do for the mindset on second down?
Well, it changes your play call, definitely, because as a play call, you're advancing yourself thinking, okay, we're going to get a gain here. Now you've got to go back in reverse, come up with something to pick up not just the yardage lost, but gain a few extra.
Well, the first play of the drive lost 4. Now they'll look to move it forward here on 2nd and 14. Going on the ground with Homer. And that closed up quickly there as he gets it up only to about the 17. Only a yard on the gain there, and that'll set up 3rd and 13. Now Trubisky on 3rd and long. Now they set up the screen. That's complete. And they'll blow that one up back at the 16-yard line. It'll be a loss of a yard, and that'll bring up 4th down.
Well, so much for bluffing the defensive line into thinking that they were going to be able to get to the quarterback. Instead, they sniffed out the screen pass and made a really nice play for lost yardage.
Here comes the Bears punter now, standing just outside his own goal line. That's pulled in at the 32. And now off to the races down the right side. And all the way in for a Kansas City touchdown. Officially, it'll be a 68-yard punt return score. And they are able to strike first here on their opening drive. Now Trubisky on first down. And his throw's going to be incomplete. Trey Burton, the one he was looking for. And it's second down. You and I watched film yesterday, and you told me to watch his feet. Well, for whatever reason, his footwork just looked off on that throw.
And you always love it when the next defensive back talks quarterback mechanics, right?
Well, but you're good at it.
Well, I try, all right? I don't know how good I am, but it doesn't take much to tell. His mechanics are off a little bit, exactly what you described. Footwork, that led to the incompletion.
And he's going to be dropped following a pickup of 7 past the 30 to the 32. The reception good for 7. It's third down. A second down completion got him 7. Now here's 3rd and 3. They'll run this with Homer. And he went backwards. He'll be down at the 30.
Not the result they were looking for there on 3rd down. They end up taking a loss on the play. The only person happy now, the punter, gets to go out there and show Mom that he gets to play in the game.
Here comes the Bears punter now, as he'll come on to kick this one away. And he's getting a workout here in this first quarter as he gets it away. This is taken at the 18. So dangerous with a football in his hands. Call that a return of 38. And the Chiefs will have excellent field position here as they take over. Now the Chiefs offense, they get ready to... They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll be upended at the 28-yard line. Just a 3-yard gain there. Here's 2nd and 7 now from the 28. Play action. It's Trubisky. Rush coming, and he's taken down.
You see me? You see me? They can't
And
stop
hear the
me.
pressure from the outside linebacking spot.
And normally when that happens and they're able to get home, that means the other guys on his team helped him out a lot. That they occupy people to allow it to be no less than a one-on-one situation, allows him to get home.
Here's Trubisky to throw. Completes it to the tight end, Burton. And he goes nowhere. He'll lose yardage back at the 17. Call it a loss of 6 on the play. And that's going to bring up a 4th down. Well, where do you find that one in the playbook, Charles?
You don't. You absolutely don't. And sometimes what happens is guys want to make a big play, and they turn it into a really bad one. Sometimes you're best just to cut your losses and go down. I hope we don't see another play like that. I'll guarantee you the offensive coordinator, he's looking at his play sheet. He can't find it either.
Yeah, big loss there on the pass completion. Looking to throw, Trubisky on first down. Open man, Taylor Gabriel. And from the 25, they work this to the 29, a gain of 4. That throw good for 4. It's second down. 4 yards on that last completion, so that sets up 2nd and 6. Now a deep ball there on second down, but it'll wind up incomplete.
An attempt at a deep ball there. They didn't get it. But, boy, they're going to need a few of those to actually hit in order to get back into this game.
Good thing they do have a little bit of time here still left in the contest. Decent-sized deficit, but not one that they can't manage. Now it's Trubisky. And Robinson with a big catch. First catch for him on the afternoon, and it results in a first down.
18.
On 1st and 10, it's Trubisky. This one out left to the tight end, Burton. And he'll lose yardage here, back at the 47. That pass play wound up for negative yardage, so here's 2nd and 11. They'll run it now out of the gun. The second down play, not much better than the first, just a gain of 1 there. These guys have punted 4 times already, and they're staring at a 5th, barring a conversion here on 3rd down. From the gun, it's Trubisky. And the Chiefs are going to get him. Chris Jones picks up his 2nd sack of the afternoon. Well, they went with the nickel. They throw in an extra defensive back. Coverage was very good.
Yeah, it was exactly as you would expect. A passing down. You bring in the nickel package. Just as you described, the coverage was excellent and allowed one of their linemen to end up getting to the quarterback.
Here comes the Bears punter now. He's been one of their few bright spots so far. And he deserves a bronze leg as he gets this one away. That's fielded at the 8-yard line. Well, that looked for a second like he might take it all the way, but as it stands, it's still a massive return.
Mike, 180! Alert!
They'll throw on 1st down with Trubisky. Looking for his running back, and he's got him. And from the 25, they work this to the 29, a gain of 4. And he'll give it here to his running back. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. Now Trubisky, and that is incomplete.
Does look like another 3 and out here, and at some point, got to be able to put together a drive to keep your defense from having to go right back out on the field. I feel like things are starting to unravel a little bit, and we're not even at halftime.
This is taken at the 23. Great blocking on the return. It springs him for 25. And the offense will take over with it. Now a handoff here to his running back. And they're going to get him behind the line yet again as his nightmare afternoon continues. Tackle made there by Frank Clark. Ball on the 30. They'll come up with a 2nd and 5. Again, it's Homer. And that didn't fool anybody. He's going to be dropped in the backfield. Officially, it will go as a 1-yard loss, and that's going to lead to a 3rd down. From the gun on 3rd down, it's Trubisky. Middle of the field, it's Robinson. They get only 4 that time as that leads us to a 4th down.
So much about offense is what you call hidden yardage. You know, you throw the ball to someone, they catch it, and then they can make a big play. You know, they create a play, run after catch. They did a really nice job there of limiting that and keeping him from a 1st down.
Yeah, stopped him in his tracks. He had his sights on the end zone, no doubt, but is brought down after a huge return there. 1st and 10.
180! Check, 59. Here we go, T. Here I come.
Now Trubisky to throw. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Burton. And he is going to lose yardage here. That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be second down. 2nd and 12 after the first down pass play went backwards for 2 yards. And to give this time to the tailback. And there just continues to be nowhere to run. He's bottled up again at the line of scrimmage. These guys have punted 4 times already, and they're staring at a 5th, barring a conversion here on 3rd down. And he's taken down, a Chiefs sack. And now following that sack, looks like we've got an injured man down there on the field. Well, he gets attended to. We'll step aside. Here comes the Bears punter now. As the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. Averaging over 50 yards a punt so far as this one's away. And it's fielded at the 34. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. It's a nifty return of 29 yards. And this offense, they're going to have excellent field position. They take over with a 1st and 10 on the short side of the field.
Mike is 59. Mike's at 59. Here I come.
And he'll give it here to his running back. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. It's a loss of a yard there, and now 2nd down. Now this will probably be the last play of the quarter. And they're not going to get to the line to run another play. So we will switch ends as the 3rd quarter has come to a close. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports.
Recon, 132 fighter.
On 2nd and 11 now. Trubisky throwing over the middle, but it's incomplete.
I know coaches tell us all the time that having a powerful arm isn't the #1 thing they look for in a quarterback. But when you're trying to throw inside routes and you need to put some heat on it, it helps to have the big gun. In this case, just a little bit too much.
This is Gabriel out on the left side. Just a 5-yard pickup, and it leads to 4th down. Here comes the Bears punter now. He's been terrific so far. He'll look to set up his blockers. Well, that looked for a second like he might take it all the way, but as it stands, it's still a net.
180! Red, up!
You ain't doing nothing today.
From the shotgun is Trubisky. To Gabriel, middle of the field. And he's upended at the 33, following a good pickup of 8. Now after the completion, we're going to get a timeout, an injured player. While the training staff works on him, we'll step aside and be right back. Here's a 2nd and 2 now from the 33. Throwing here, Trubisky. He's going to find his running back. It's complete. And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. A big gainer there on the catch and run, 37 yards. Defensively, I know they have the comfortable lead here in the 4th, but they do not want to give up big plays like that.
They want to finish strong. So oftentimes in this situation, you tighten up underneath in your coverage and you bring your safeties back. They can pick up anything that leaks through. But in the meantime, upfield, you're making plays on the football. After watching that play result, it took me back to when we sat with the offensive coordinator and we asked him, so how you plan to move the ball against his defense?
He didn't really tip his hand, did he?
No, he didn't. I think it's because he really didn't have an answer. He wasn't quite sure how he was going to get it done, and that play showed us exactly why he was worried.
Yeah, this #1 defense, they can put that on their highlight reel. They have been able to stop the run all season long. And he won't be close to a first down as he runs into a wall right around the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play there, and it'll bring up fourth down. Nice job there defensively to clamp down because really they've been on their heels this drive.
Agreed, and they really needed.
Mike's up. 180. Alert, alert. Alert, alert.
Get that quarterback, D-line. D-line, get that quarterback.
Trubisky will throw. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's second down. So he can't hang on, and as I watch that unfold, I remembered an expression that I've heard, maybe from you, I don't know, but you're going to get hit anyways, might as well hold on to the ball.
Well, you know a coach said that, right?
Yeah.
Not an actual player. Not a chance at all. Way easier said than done.
And the Chiefs are going to get him.
Brandon, I think you understand the type of afternoon this offensive line is having. It is a long one for them. Long for you to spend it with me. Long for them trying to block those guys. They've given up a whole lot of sacks, and the speed and quickness of that defensive line is eating them alive.
2 yards is all they'll get on the completion. It's fourth down.
Well, the strategy was evident there. Get it to your tight end and make it a one-on-one play with a cornerback. Who's usually going to win that one?
The tight end, but not there.
Not in this situation. How about the corner defeating that logic and making a really nice tackle?
Now on fourth down, on is the punt team sending this one away. Fielded at about the 28. "35 yards on the return. Picked up some good blocks as well. And it's Chiefs.
180.
Mike 58, right there.
Hey, ball.
Now it's Trubisky. Connecting with Burton here over the middle. And he gets this one just shy of the 40, down at the 39. First down yardage on the first play of the drive, 14 yards. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Out of the gun, Trubisky. Now Trubisky lost the football. So they escape, so to speak, maintaining the football. Defensively, though, opportunity miss.
It definitely was, because that's all defenses talk about. Getting the football and either advancing it the other way or just getting possession and turning it over to their offense. That can be a little bit deflating. You're exactly right. A lost opportunity.
They're having issues right now getting that running game going.
I wonder if maybe adopting some of the college run game would help here. Because we're still at that stage where you have a bunch of guys saying, I don't know about what the colleges do. And the college stuff is working in the NFL. Bigger line splits, create some more natural running lanes. Might help the offensive linemen get better angles in their blocking schemes.
And we are inside of 2 minutes left in this lopsided affair. So the Bears with the football here as we welcome you back. They come up on a 4th down situation with things not looking particularly rosy. This is taken at about the 14. 21 yards. Well done on the return. And out will come the offense as they take over. Well, Charles, it's one thing to win. It's another thing to win and put up the amount of points that they did. Boy, were they clicking on offense.
They can't help but feel great.
Hey, everybody, it's the coach, and this is Madden 20 on EA Sports. On deck, we've got what should be a great matchup between the Kansas City Chiefs.
Let's go. Luna, 8 read.
59, Mike to 59.
You draw Corker.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he's upended after a gain of 2 out to the 27.
Well, he was looking for some running room, and there wasn't a whole lot of it there on that play. I think he was lucky to get a couple of yards out of it because those defenders, they were rallying to the football pretty quickly.
From the 27, Locke. Blitz coming, and down he goes.
Good job.
And I don't think this is the script they had in mind for their opening drive. This is 3rd and long. On 3rd and long, it's Locke. And that is incomplete. The Honey Badger, Tyrann Mathieu, there defensively to make the play. Coming in carrying the losing streak, not the start that they were looking for. 3 and out on the opening drive.
So now everyone's looking at each other. And what I mean by that is, who's going to make the right play? Who's going to get us out of the doldrums? Who's going to get us out of this funk that they're in right now? They've got to find someone who will make a play, create a play, and get their confidence moving in the right direction.
And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it.
Come on, set. 30 base. 61, matchbox, light.
You remember this? Let's go, baby.
Ready?
Locke now on 1st down. Left side here, that's the tight end Fant. And he's upended after a gain of 2 out to the 27.
That's right.
These are his numbers from last week's contest. 6 catches, 62 yards.
And he was able to get open there, but that's not always easy against this bunch defensively. We are deep enough into the season where numbers count. This is the #1 rated defense in the NFL. He'll have a tough time.
59, check.
Throwing his Locke on 3rd down. Yeah, that one's going to be knocked away and incomplete. And this passing game's whole offense really didn't show up in the loss last week, and it hasn't started all that great here either.
Yeah, and they can't let that incompletion become an uh-oh moment. Like, oh boy, here we go again, just like last week. Each game is its own entity, treated as such.
And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45. Great blocking, nearly sprung in there. 28-yard return.
Ready, set. Topper. Now.
They fake the handoff, now Locke. This one complete to Mecole Hardman. And they'll get it all the way up about 5 yards shy of midfield. An ideal beginning of the drive there as they'll get 20 and a 1st down. Throwing on 1st down is Locke. And his throw's going to be incomplete. He was trying to find Noah Fant, the tight end. And now it's 2nd down. So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on 1st down. Locke again here on 2nd and 10. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Chris Jones in there yet again. What else is new? He continues to rewrite the record book in single-season sacks. Throwing on 3rd and long. Locke. And this is going to be incomplete.
Let's face it, if you want to get back into the game, these are the kind of throws you got to hit. He's wide open right there. Got to be able to get it to him, don't you think?
And those are the throws that haven't been available to them every time he's dropped a pass. Yeah, that's a big miss. This is fielded at the 7. Very good return that time. 18 yards.
On the set. General West.
Two times.
Now a handoff here to his running back. And the play goes nowhere. Losing yardage back near the 40 at the 39. That's going to go as a loss of 1 on 1st down.
Every year I go to the combine and marvel at the speeds that linebackers are running nowadays. They run like DBs. And let's face it, they know how to finish plays too. Eyes up, head up, run right through them.
No gain that time, and it leaves them with 3rd and 11 coming up.
Check, check. No.
To throw on 3rd down. Block. And that is incomplete. Not much going on this drive. Looks like they're going to have to punt it away, CD.
And right now, I know a lot of their fans are screaming for the OC to change things up, get away from what he's been calling. Sometimes you just need better execution of the plays that have been called.
And we'll see what he can do on the return. A terrific return. 30 yards all in all.
Got it.
Right over there. Yeah, yeah. Mike, 58, right there.
X3, 218, chopper. Get it.
Now they try the right side here. And the running lane's non-existent in this first half as they'll stop him behind the line. So a loss of 5, and it'll be 2nd down.
Here we go. 18 Gator.
You ain't going nowhere.
Ready.
And to give this time to the tailback. And he will forge his way forward only up to the 2-yard line. Just a yard on the gain there, and that leaves him with 14 yards still to go on 3rd down. From his own end zone, Locke on 3rd and long. Drew Lock taken down in the end zone. 2 points for the defense. So
Ready. 60 yard.
I'm going to run you over.
Lock now on 1st down. Throwing middle, but it's incomplete. Mecole Hardman the intended target, but it's going to be 2nd down. An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25.
I got you.
Back to the air on 2nd down. It's Locke. And he drops it incomplete. And their struggles continue here.
Feels like they're getting caught in between here because they had incompletions on 1st and 2nd down. Now you got to worry a little bit about the clock because you prefer not to give them another shot here in the first half. But if you don't pick up the 1st down, guess what? You're likely going to have to.
It'll be a loss of 1, and that's going to make it 4th down. Right now in the 2nd quarter on the defensive side, they got to feel pretty good about what they're doing.
They should embrace the feeling they have now, embrace the way that they're playing, and continue that through the half. I know defensive coordinators, sometimes they overthink it, start wondering how they're going to be attacked. Just keep doing it.
Down. 70. Indy.
It's you.
And they're just going to run it here up the middle. And he still has yet to get on track in this first half as they're going to stop him behind the line. Now a 2nd timeout called for by the defense as the clock will stop with 21 seconds to go here in the first half. A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11. They'll keep it on the ground again here. And obviously not fooling anybody here as they stop him behind the line of scrimmage. That 2nd down play nets a -4. Try to get one more in here before the quarter breaks. So we've come to halftime after a very one-sided beginning to this one. We now proceed.
Eight, read. It happens.
That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd down. So the loss of a yard, and now 2nd and 11 from the 24-yard line.
I can't believe they even let you play.
They'll run it now out of the gun. After getting stuffed on first down, not much better there. 2-yard gain. These guys have punted 4 times already, and they're staring at a 5th, barring a conversion here on 3rd down. Here's Locke. He's got Freeman here. It's complete. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. And a big 32-yard play on 3rd. So the big play gets him across midfield now for 1st and 10. Boy, nowhere to go at all on that first down run as they will get to him behind the line of scrimmage. It's a loss of a yard there, and it's 2nd down.
10 logo. Watch time. 2 bombers. 2 bombers. Ready.
On 2nd and 11 now. Locke. And he's taken down. A Chiefs sack. Chris Jones able to get in there for his 2nd sack of the afternoon.
It's a team game, but sometimes individuals do stand out, don't they? How about that for a twofer? Tackle for the loss on the running play on the previous down, and then comes right back and gets a sack.
Here's Locke to throw, and that's knocked away and incomplete.
This has been a really nice day for the defense. They've made it so difficult to find open receivers because they're able to squeeze the passing lanes down. A lot of what they're doing is communicating. Receivers in one area, receivers in another area. They're almost what they call passing them off from one defender to the next, even in zone defenses, and making it very hard to find an open spot for the quarterback to deliver the ball.
Ready. 50, plant.
Get your swarm on.
On first down, Locke. And his throw is incomplete. Mecole Hardman, the intended target. But it'll be 2nd down. Once again, they'll come up on the 26-yard line, 2nd and 10. On play action, Locke. Under a heavy rush, and down he goes. Chris Jones able to disrupt yet another pass play. That is his 3rd sack of the afternoon.
Topper!
Throwing on 3rd and long. Locke. And the pressure gets to him again. Chris Jones. Who else? He's in there for his 4th sack of the afternoon.
I remember when I was a kid and all I wanted was a nickel so I could get that soda down at the fountain. And guess what? The nickel came into play well. 5 defensive backs. They covered well. Allowed for the sacks.
Sodas were a nickel when you were a kid?
No, I just needed the extra nickel so I could pay the proper price.
Okay, how much were they? A dime? What were they?
15 cents.
And down to the 20. He had his sights on the end zone, no doubt, but is brought down after a huge...
Ready? 60 or. Pilot, 64, weak.
Now a handoff working right. And he will lose yardage here back at the 23-yard line. It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up 2nd down. So the opening play of the drive goes backwards. Now they'll come up on 2nd and 12. Locke to throw on 2nd down. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Chris Jones, my goodness, make that now 5 sacks for him in this ball game. Really turning in an incredible performance. Need something from deep in the bag of tricks here after 1st and 2nd down. Went backwards. It's 3rd and very long. He's going to hit his man out of the backfield. Complete. They'll give him a yard on the play, and it'll be 4th down. Here's Riley Dixon now, standing just outside his own goal line. He'll send this one into the mile-high air, and it's a good one. And take it right on the 30. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. So a change of possession here on the punt.
Down. 90, Wolf.
59, Mike the 50.
General West. Let's go.
On 1st and 10, here's Locke. Completes it to Fant on the right side. And he'll be upended at the 28-yard line. Just a 3-yard gain there. The completion good for 3, and it's second down. Here's second and 7 now from the 28. Block going to throw. Throw right side going to be caught by Hardman.
Well, the stats that matter on this play don't help a team very much unless, of course, you're playing defense.
If you're getting points per reception, you got a reception, but no yardage. Great job by the defense, though. They read through that.
They read through it, gave up no yardage, and people got credit for tackles. Pretty good deal.
The completion good for only 6, and that'll bring up 4th.
When you execute a drag or a crossing route really well and give them a chance to let it develop a little bit, you can gain some significant yardage hitting your tight end on that one.
Here's Riley Dixon now. He's been one of their few bright spots so far. This will be fielded at the 17. So dangerous with a football in his hands. Call that a return of 38. And it's... So this one in the win column for Kansas City. And I tell you what, Charles, this might be about as good as it gets. They were incredible.
Yeah, offense was in fine form. The defense threw the shutout at them. I think they worked in concert together. What I like about the offense was that they held the ball pretty well. You know, time of possession, exactly what they were looking for in this one. And that helped out their defense. Didn't have to be out there the entire time. So when you do that and you're out there fresh playing, up a little extra spring in your step, and it showed up in this one.
They had a ton.
I'm the coach. You're locked into the NFL on EA Sports. We are moments away from what should be an excellent matchup between the Minnesota Vikings and the Kansas City Chiefs. With that, we'll get you out to a frigid Arrowhead Stadium in Kansas City as we welcome in our men in the booth, Brandon Godden and Charles Davis.
All right, Coach, from one of the loudest venues in the NFL, there's a look at Arrowhead Stadium here in Kansas City. The scene a few moments ago, here it is. It's unlike any other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between the Minnesota Vikings and the Kansas City Chiefs. The first carry now for Dalvin Cook. And that is the kind of tackling they want to see all game as he'll lose yardage to start things out. A loss of 2 there. Second down. First play of the drive goes the wrong way. Here's second and 12. Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. And the Chiefs are going to get him. Chris Jones in there yet again. What else is new? He continues to rewrite the record book in single-season sacks. I don't think this is the script they had in mind for their opening drive. This is 3rd and long. They'll drop to throw. And that is incomplete. Oh, he had a defender right there with him to force that to the ground. And fourth down now coming up.
They went with a dime look on defense. 2 extra defensive backs on the field and covered up essentially every blade of grass. That allowed them to disrupt the play.
And just a single punt for him in the loss last week as he sends this one away. Take it at the 37. And out of bounds on the other side of midfield at the 45. So possession goes over here on the punt. And this offense, they're going to have excellent field position. They take over with a 1st and 10 on the short side of the field. They start the drive with Cook. And forget about finding a lane. He barely had time to look up before he was planted in the backfield. Second and 13. And an alley to run. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 19 yards to pick up there. Move the chains. Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Chris Jones in there for a big milestone in this game. That's sack number 198 of his career. Ties him with Hall of Famer Reggie White for 2nd place all time. On play action, they'll throw. Throw left side complete. That's Wood. And he'll be brought down right around the 37. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Binds, and he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down. Chris Jones getting him once again his 3rd sack of the afternoon. And that is the 3rd sack this offensive line has allowed this first quarter.
Man, that puts him on pace. Let me do the rudimentary math here. To be sacked 12 times in a game. I know he's not going to go for that. I wonder if it's going to reshape what they decide to do on offense in terms of play calling.
Well, I can tell you what, when he popped up, shaking his head, frustrated right now behind center. A nice job on the return there, 16 yards. And the offense will take. The play action fake. They'll look to throw. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. They come up on 2nd and long, and the pass protection just has not been there this afternoon. Looking to throw. Chris Jones, he has now done it. That is career sack number 201. He has the all-time NFL record, surpassing the previous mark set by Hall of Famer Bruce Smith. He'll look to throw.
So when you have good...
Oh, the pressure too great, and he goes down once more. Chris Jones in there to get him again. That is sack number 6, one off the NFL record of 7.
Brandon, what I remember most about playing with guys who knew how to rush the passer, they would just tell you, just cover people for me, just long enough for me to get there. And that's exactly what happened on that play.
A big-time return there, 40 yards. And possession will switch. Here's Cook as they begin on the ground. He'll be dropped after a gain of about 6 across the 30 to the 31. Now whistles and a timeout. Looks like we've got a Viking slow to get up. We'll step aside and get an update when we return to Arrowhead. 2nd and 4. Rush coming, and he's taken down.
Well, someone's been up to the task so far in this game. They are already up a couple of scores, Brandon, and guess what? I think they're just going to pin their ears back now and get upfield and get after the quarterback.
Been such an impressive first half to get that lead. And they're going to get him down well short of the first as he can only get this to the 30. It's a 9-yard pickup on the play, and that'll bring up 4th down. Here's Pat O'Donnell now. He's been terrific so far. Averaging 50 yards a boot so far as this one's away. Fielded at the 20. Give him 11 yards that time on the return. And it's Chiefs football. 1st and 10.
Let's go, defense. Let's go, defense.
They go play action here on 1st down. Smith catches left side. No gain there on the completion. 2nd and 10. Had the completed pass, but for no gain, stopped right at the line, so it's 2nd and 10. 2nd and 10. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off around the 41, and they'll take over inside the 45 at the 44-yard line.
Oh, man, Brandon, not a real good throw that time. It looked like he tried to put a little too much air under this one, and it turned into a floater. And defensively, this is a dream. He could have fair caught that. Too easy.
They'll start out on the ground with Coleman. He's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on 1st down. The previous run, good for 9. Here's 2nd and a yard. 2nd and 1. He's got his tight end on the corner route. It's complete. Touchdown, Vikings. A big play there. His 2nd touchdown. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. And he's taken down. A Chiefs sack. Chris Jones in there yet again. They just cannot block him. He now has 8 sacks, and that is a new single-game record. The Chiefs now going to use the first of their timeouts. They'll look to throw as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming 2nd down play. And he gets this to the 35. Good for a gain of 5. Now a 2nd timeout called for by the defense as they'll talk it over here before what will be an important 3rd down. They're going to look to throw. Hauled in by Anderson, left side. The Chiefs quickly now going to use the last of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. Here's Pat O'Donnell now as he's on for the 5th time here today. And he deserves a bronze leg as he gets this one away. And it's taken in at the 9. 21 yards. Well done on the return. And out will come the offense as they take over. They'll come out throwing here on 1st down. Throwing the out route incomplete. That's Rodgers. He'll get 15 and a Vikings 1st down. Right after the turnover, they come out throwing.
And that means it's a sudden change situation. We used to practice it on defense. Sudden change, get out there, stop the offense. But you typically run out there a little bit unsettled. I think that's why he came right out throwing the football, hoping to catch him off balance.
And he did. They'll look to throw here on 1st down. Coleman has it here right side. The Vikings going to signal for the first of their timeouts, as the stoppage will come with a little under a minute to go in this first half. The loss of 3 on that first down pass play, now 2nd and 13. They'll set up to throw. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Now the Vikings will use the second of their timeouts as they get the stop with a little over 50 seconds to go in the first half. Need something from deep in the bag of tricks here after 1st and 2nd down went backwards. It's 3rd and very long. They'll look to throw here. Out left to Anderson. And they'll bring him down at the 18-yard line. They get only 4 that time as that leads us to a 4th down. They'll try and start this drive in the air. Oh, he got position on him, and he pulls it in. A well-executed 22-yard gain. A big hitter to start the drive has him up near midfield here for 1st and 10. He'll look to throw. They'll roll him out right. And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes.
Like the footwork back there, I thought you did a pretty good job of evading that first wave of players. Tried to buy a little extra time out of the pocket, but in the end, oh, that was a tough one.
Yeah, winds up getting buried for the loss. And no room that time, getting it to about the 46. The 2nd down play, not much better than the first, just a gain of 1 there. These guys have punted 4 times already, and they're staring at a 5th, barring a conversion here on 3rd down. Now back to throw. Rolling to his left. He can run for it, and he will. And he'll be brought down with a 1st down as the tackle's made at the Chiefs' 42.
Well, to me, this leads to the question, do you admire the way he puts his body out there all the time, or do you think he should protect himself a little bit more?
Well, he's been on the ground several times with all those sacks that he's taken. So, I don't know. I kind of admire him not sliding down there, don't you?
I'm with you on that one. The meter definitely leans towards admiration.
A little bit of daylight on that 1st down run sets him up nicely. 8 yards on the carry. 8 yards on the pickup, and now they'll have some options on 2nd and short. Second and 2. Blitz coming, and down he goes. Chris Jones breaking through to get him to the ground. It's a loss of 7.
What a nice read and play by the defensive tackle. Never bought the play-action fake. Went right for the quarterback and put him on the ground.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. Back to throw here. And he's able to find Diggs. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. A nice pickup of 23 on the 3rd down conversion.
You know I'm going to lean towards the defender, right? You know I'm going to do that.
I know.
That's a tough situation for him as I see it. But the truth of the matter is, that ball was not streaking towards him. Had a little arc on it. He's got to find a way to get his head around and make a play on the football.
They'll run with Coleman on 1st down. And they'll get him down right around the 16. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be 2nd down.
Not too many offenses want to turn down long drives, but when you're down what they are, they've got to pay it off with some points.
Set the tone, defense.
2nd and 8. And they're not able to hook up there. Incomplete. Tight end Irv Smith, the intended receiver. And it's 3rd down. Out of the huddle now for play number 9 on this drive. This is 3rd down and 8. They'll set up a throw. On the move. And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. They've been moving the ball well offensively, really getting into a groove. Last play, pass completion. Now, finally, the defense gets there.
And you have to find a way to disrupt their rhythm. Do you do it with coverage, or do you do it with pressure? They elected to go with pressure, and it was the right call.
They'll drop the throw. It's caught by Coleman. And he will lose yardage and be backed up to the 24. It's a loss of a yard there, and now 2nd down. That pass play wound up for negative yardage, so here's 2nd and 11. 2nd and 11. Over the middle to Smith. They'll wind up getting 10 back as that sets them up for 3rd down.
And after that completion, you can understand why so many teams in the league are emphasizing speed on defense at every position. The tight ends have created so many tough matchups now. If you can't run with a tight end as a linebacker, this is going to be the result every time.
They get 5 out of that one, and it moves the chains.
There are a lot of tough routes to try and cover. When you see a runner come out of the backfield and run this angle route, looks like they're going to the flat, and then they put their foot in the ground and cut back sharp.
And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. Chris Jones, the defensive tackle, getting in there for a loss of 5. Coming up now on a 2nd and 15 following that sack. On the draw play, Coleman. And he'll get this up to about the 40. And that looked like some pretty easy yardage right up the gut.
And he's a guy that has some height to him. So when you don't have to drop a shoulder or create or get through contact or trash, makes it a lot easier to stay upright, see the field, and make a run as we just saw there.
Now look at this, 4th and 12, and they're going to line up to go for it. Got to try it here. He's back to throw. Oh, and this ball's tipped and intercepted. He's picked off just shy of midfield. And his guys will set up shop at midfield at the 50-yard line. This spot in the 4th quarter with that deficit, had to throw the football. Unfortunately, there's the risk of big turnover.
And you know you're going to be throwing against nickel, dime, all sorts of exotic defenses, but you have to do it anyway. Ordinarily, you might want to run the football a little bit, try and get them out of it. But as you noted, this time of the game, this point on the clock, had to throw it.
They're not ready for this, man. They're not ready for this.
They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. It's been that kind of a day so far throwing the football. It just seems like nothing going right offensively.
Yeah, it's a catch that should have been made, pure and simple. And look, everything else that goes into running a good pass route, throw it all out if you don't catch the ball.
Been that kind of game throwing the football so far. Nothing going right offensively. 15 yards on the play, 1st down. On 1st down, he'll drop to throw. And the Chiefs are going to get him. Chris Jones, the defensive tackle, getting in there for a loss of 5. Got to assume this defense will be charging again here. It's 2nd and 15. 2nd and 15. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back. Complete. You got the big lead defensively. Willing to give him that underneath stuff, right?
And this is why you work on your tackling. tackle him after the catch, inbounds, keep the clock running. Just go ahead and bleed the game out that way.
That's going to back him up almost a full 10 yards. It's going to be a loss of 9 officially, and it's 4th down. Well, the offense failed earlier on the previous crack at this, but they're going again on 4th down. They'll try and run for it, going absolutely nowhere. He'll wind up losing a yard or 2. Mike Zimmer got to be unhappy with how that turned. So this one in the win column for Kansas City, and it was their defense that led the way, allowing just 3 points, that lone field goal in the entire second half.
And remember the old adage, offense sells tickets. Defense does what?
Wins championships.
And in this game, maybe a championship wasn't won, but a game was by the defense, right? Held them to just a field goal. That's a heck of a job. I mean, when they went out there with that determination and a pretty good game plan, pretty good idea of what they wanted to accomplish, just love the execution, love the
Welcome in, everybody. It's the coach. This is Madden 20 on EA Sports. Straight ahead, we've got what should be a good one between the Miami Dolphins and the Kansas City Chiefs. I'll have scores around the league for you at the half, but it's time for a little football. So we'll hand it over to our broadcast team, Brandon Godden and Charles Davis.
Okay, Coach. Well, from a place that's officially been recognized as the loudest venue in the NFL, there's a look at Arrowhead Stadium right here in Kansas City. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Sony Michel, his first carry, and not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26. The numbers a week ago for Michel, 20 carries, 81 yards, and a touchdown.
And that's 10 touchdowns on the season for him on the ground. And remember our meeting with the coaching staff, they did share with us that one of their goals for the year was for him to get in the end zone at least 10 times, and that ramps up into their bigger goal to try and get 20 overall as a team.
No gain on the play there, so that doesn't help. Now they're looking up at a 3rd and 9 situation. Now Rosen looking to throw. And he's taken down. A Chiefs sack. Chris Jones in there yet again. What else is new? He continues to rewrite the record book in single-season sacks. And that sack certainly just strengthening his candidacy for Defensive Player of the Year. You think he's got that one in the bag yet?
I'm not willing to vote quite yet just because I won't wait until the season's over, but he is really tracking towards it. Just look at all the great plays we've seen from him throughout the season. Strength plays that you referenced there, as well as agility plays. They just have not found a way to block him consistently.
And all the way in for a Kansas City touchdown. A 77-yard punt return as his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter.
Brandon, I think the punt return may be the single most exciting play in football. To grab it, take it all the way.
Now Rosen on first down. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Freeman. And he will lose yardage here back at the 23-yard line. That'll be a loss of 4 yards on the play. And it'll bring up a 2nd and 14. And now it's Rosen looking. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up 2nd down. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Now it's Rosen. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. And he's going to get this to the 31, but that is still well short of what he needed. Here's Matt Hawk now. Remember, his first attempt was returned for a touchdown. He'll send this one into the Midwestern air, and it's a good one. This is taken at the 15. And he's got this almost to the 40 before going out. Nearly a huge return, as it is. Still a very good one. 20.
Mike Bennett.
They begin with Michelle on the ground, and he's going to be stopped up quickly here. Just a yard up to the 39. The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. From the shotgun, it's Rosen. The completion good. This is Eric Ebron. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. A gain of 13. It's a 1st down. On 1st down, it's Rosen over the middle, and it's incomplete. Albert Wilson, the intended receiver there. And that'll bring up 2nd down. So after the incompletion on 1st, now 2nd and 10. They'll run out of the gun with Michelle. He'll get about 4 here, down to the 43-yard line. We haven't seen much from him running the football here in this first quarter.
No, you're right about that. We haven't seen much of him at all so far. They've stacked him up pretty well, but when you're trying to run the football, sometimes you got to play the long game. Keep handing it to him, and some of those runs that aren't working now, they turn into 6, 7, 8, and maybe more later on.
His first catch, good for 16 and a first. Play action here with Rosen. And incomplete as he was knocked as he threw it. And it took the ball off course.
Though you've seen some good pressure defensively already here in the first quarter, here's another good example.
Second and 10 now from the 27. They'll turn to Michelle as they go back to the ground. And the Chiefs D closes in on him again, and they drop him behind the line. That backs him up 1 yard and brings up 3rd down.
Came out in a power set, but that only served to put more men in the box. And guess what? If you're going to do that, you've got to win up front, right? Your offensive guys have got to beat the defenders. They lost all leverage on that play.
7th play of this drive coming up, but a long way to go on 3rd down. Out of the gun, here's Josh Rosen. Open man is Godwin, it's complete. And he'll be brought down with a 1st down as the tackle's made at the Chiefs' 15-yard line. First foray into the red zone for Miami. They've got a 1st and 10 at the 15. Now Rosen. Throw left side. Complete. It's Freeman. And he'll get it here to the 10-yard line. 5 yards on the pickup, and that'll make it 2nd down. 2nd and 5 after the 5-yard completion on first down. To throw is Rosen. And the Chiefs are going to get him. Frank Clark, he continues to wreak havoc in the offensive backfield. Sack number 16 on the year.
Enough takes to start to have a good drive. Quite like a big loss on a sack, does it?
Now they're looking at a 3rd and long, and suddenly the momentum shifted to the other side of the football.
And old Mo is a very, very fickle man.
Now on 3rd down, an extra DB out there for the Chiefs. From the gun, it's Rosen. Throwing the out route incomplete. That's Wilson. And he'll be tackled right on the 10, well short of the first down. They pick up 10, but it'll still lead to a 4th down. This drive starts out on the ground with Michel. And he will lose yardage and be backed up to the 24. That's going to go as a loss of 1 on first down. He came out ready to play. That's 3 tackles for a loss, Charles, rolling the 2nd quarter.
And that's problematic for the guys trying to run offense because that means he's got a pretty good idea of what they're doing and is actually beating them to the point of attack and making those plays. I'm going to have to think about some misdirection or something to try and get him away from the ball.
That catch good for only a yard, and it'll be 3rd down. On 3rd down, Rosen. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
They had enough yards for the first down, but a clutch hit right there defensively. Jars it free. No first down.
Here's Matt Hawk now as he's on to punt for Miami. He's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away. And he fields it cleanly. And he will take this into enemy territory as he's out of bounds on the other side of midfield. They'll look to throw on first down with Josh Rosen. Over the middle here to Wilson. He'll be dropped after a gain of about 6 across the 30 to the 31. They'll come up now 2nd and 4 from the 31. From the gun, they run with Michel. And that one blown up quickly as he's going to be stopped before he can even get started.
Well, that one was over before it could get rolling. How about the D just knifing into the backfield and shutting that one down?
On 3rd down, Michel. Call it no gain there, and it leads to a 4th down.
As usual, the hallmark of a good run defense, linebackers making plays near the line of scrimmage. Absolutely nowhere to run there.
On is the punt team now as this one's sent away. Fielded just inside the 20. And he's going to be out of bounds right at midfield. A terrific return. 30 yards all in all. And this offense will take over right at the midfield stripe with a 1st and 10.
X3, 218, jump.
They'll indeed start on the ground to run that clock. And he'll work this back to right around the line of scrimmage and surrender there. Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd down. Well, they had the run for no gain. Now they'll try again from the 25 on 2nd and 10. And he's going to be taken down here as that will lead us to the end of the first half of play. So we reach halftime in what's been a fairly one-sided game so far. Due to time constraints. Throwing now, Rosen on first down. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Frank Clark in there to bring him down, and that is sack number 17 now on the season. Got to imagine the pass rush will be equally intense here on second down following the sack. It's 2nd and 18 on the ground. Michel. And his rough afternoon continues. He's going nowhere again. No gain on the play this time, and it'll be a 3rd and long situation coming up. 3rd and long here for Rosen. Out to the right here to Wilson. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. They needed 19, and that's precisely what they got. And by the length of a football, it's a first down. Off the draw, here's Michel. And the hole closes quickly there. He gets maybe a couple up to the 38. The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. Here's Rosen to throw. That's to his running back, Sony Michel. And they'll halt things here for an injury. And that looks to be Sony Michel who's down. We'll step aside and get an update when we return to Arrowhead. From the gun on 3rd down, it's Rosen. And he can't quite pick it. No interception so far. That probably should have been their first. But at least it's 4th down.
Well, this at least is the right idea. I think they've got to get the tight end more involved.
He had just 1 target in the first half, incomplete. Now incomplete here with the first target of the second half.
Yeah, should not stop them at all from going back to him. They'll find him. Find him.
Let's go.
So the Chiefs offense heads out. There's a look at the playoff picture in the AFC. Rosen on 1st and 10. And his throw here is incomplete. Eric Ebron, the big tight end, his intended target. That'll bring up 2nd down. Just a little beyond the reach there of his receiver. That's probably one he wishes he had back.
He wishes it had been 7-on-7 in practice, or maybe even routes versus air, because that's a completion he makes, 9.9 times out of 10? Just missed that one.
The 2nd down play, not much better than the first, just a gain of 1 there.
Well, that's a good start to this drive on the defensive side of the ball.
Force the incompletion on 1st down, then you're able to shut down the running play on 2nd.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised now. A little bit of pressure with the quarterback in an expected passing situation.
Now, meanwhile, a pass that should have been intercepted, but it winds up falling incomplete.
Oh, man, that was close. The opportunity to change momentum, big play, right in his hands, unable to come down with it.
A sigh of relief, no doubt, on offense if that fell harmlessly to the ground. Now the Chiefs offense, they get ready to...
Hey, alert, alert. Watch the screen. 6-6, pull it high.
Here's Rosen. His throw incomplete.
I know our vantage point might be a little bit better way up here, but that looked like an ill-advised throw to me. I didn't see anything open, and this play just didn't look right from the beginning.
It did not. I thought he might get outside and just chuck it away. Dangerous pass, incomplete. It'll be a loss of a full 3 yards there, and it also brings up 3rd down. These guys have punted 4 times already, and they're staring at a 5th, barring a conversion here on 3rd down. And he'll be brought down shy of the 1st down marker at the 11. Give him 9 on the carry, but it's not enough, and it'll be 4th down. Here's Matt Hawk now. He's been one of their few bright spots so far. And taken right at the 35. A very nice job on the run back there.
Here we go. Here we go.
Rosen will throw. Oh, and is stripped of the football. And it's picked up by the Chiefs. And he has brought this one back. A fumble recovery for a Chiefs touchdown. So the big fella gets on the scoreboard with a return for a touchdown. Good thing he didn't have to go too far, though.
You know the trainers were very happy about that. Imagine having to go get him in the end zone, escort him to the bench, and give him the fact that he got in.
Mike, connect. 80. 80.
They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. And pressure coming, and they got him once again. Frank Clark in there to get him, and that is now sack number 18 on the season for him. And we say it all the time, have to be able to get rid of the ball sooner than that.
You have to help your offensive line out. They're going to protect you as best they can. And if you're getting 3 to 5 seconds to throw the ball, they're doing a really nice job. But when you hold it and give up a sack, you're really almost discrediting their work.
Now this throw caught left side. And this one will go to the 28-yard line.
Partner, this is one of the best routes anyone can have in their offensive playbook. Tough to defend because you think it's a go route, and then he breaks it back on the comeback. But there's one other thing you need as well.
A well-thrown ball.
Exactly right. You have a guy who has some precision in throwing the football because of the timing of the route.
He's with it over the middle. And he will be very close to a first down, but I see the closed fist of the referee, and that means fourth down.
I thought maybe when he caught it, he'd have a good chance of getting that first down, but that's a nice job of holding him up and preventing him from getting to the sticks.
So they're forced to punt on fourth as this one's away. That's fielded at the 8-yard line. Well, he wasn't too far from breaking that. Officially, give him 15. And the offense. They'll come out throwing here on first down. That's out to his running back, Michelle. It's a gain of 5 on the play, and it'll be a second down. 2nd and 5 after the 5-yard completion on first down. Now Rosen looking to throw. Ebron's got it. And he'll get it up near the 35, right at the 34 here. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. And now it's Rosen looking. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Chris Jones picks up his 2nd sack of the afternoon. So that complicates things a bit here. 18 yards to go now on 2nd down.
22 jet bombers.
Now it's Rosen. And he hits his tight end, Ebron. And he will lose yardage and be backed up to the 24. That's a big loss of 3, and it brings up 3rd down. Need something from deep in the bag of tricks here after 1st and 2nd down went backwards. It's 3rd and very long. He'll look to throw. And he'll get that to Michelle, complete. It'll be a 3-yard gain, and that's going to bring up a 4th down. Here's Matt Hawk now. He's been terrific so far. Averaging over 50 yards a punt so far as this one's away. This will be fielded at the 17. And there he goes again. And he will get into the end zone. It's another touchdown. This thing is ugly. But for them, this train, it just keeps rolling, doesn't it? Well on their way to yet another victory.
Yeah, it's almost a runaway, isn't it? And you just wonder how anyone could stop this.
Middle. 61. Max.
Now Rosen on first down. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's 2nd down.
It's a lot of contact going on there, and in the end, unable to keep two hands on the football and bring it into his body.
Everything looked pretty good until the finish. An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. 2nd and 10. Left side here, that's complete to Godwin. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. Offense for them has been at a premium. You wonder where plays like that have been all game long.
They're thinking the exact same thing themselves, but they're also looking forward now because now these plays are really for next week, trying to get some momentum going.
On first down, it's Rosen. And he's got his man out of the backfield. That's complete.
Get him, boy! Get him, boy!
So the Dolphins have it as we welcome you back in. They're looking at 2nd down now as they search for a consolation score. Oh, Rosen is stripped to the football. And to the 43. So down inside the 45 to the 43-yard line. That's where they'll take over.
And with that kind of a deficit, you can't afford to make any kind of mistakes, but it's been pretty simple.
Well, Charles, it's one thing to win. It's another thing to win and put up the amount of points that they did. Boy, were they clicking on offense.